All right, fam, what's happening? L.A.R movement still moving. We need to accept white supremacy. Now, don't get confused by the title. What I'm saying is this. Everything that's happening, because just like I know people saw the Darren Wilson getting off. I know people saw after, during and after that, the young 12-year-old brother kid got shot and killed by the police in Cleveland. We need to accept that these are not isolated incidents. Like every time a white person lies, it's treated as an isolated incident. Every time a white woman tells a fucked up story, people just automatically believe it, and it's treated as an isolated incident. Every time one of these teachers get caught having sex with these students, they're all different isolated incidents. Every time they say they talk about black on black crime, but never talk about how the drugs got in the community in the first place. When you start talking about that, they're all isolated incidents. When you talk about how the legal system works, the school system works, um, the financial system works, housing works, everything works together, and we all treat everything like an isolated incident. Well, we have to accept that for the most part, this forget what white people say. Look at what they've done for the last 500 years. You know, accept them for who they are. Like, we really need to accept white people for who they are. You know, we need to accept the non-white people or non-black people who subscribe to the same white supremacist mindsets so that they can get white people off their ass. We need to accept them for who they are too. We need to accept that the media will turn these stories a certain way to make it look a certain way. We need to accept that the teachers will halfway teach our kids because they don't necessarily want to be successful. That's why you don't see as many scientists or surgeons or lawyers or doctors or entrepreneurs or bankers or investment bankers or tech companies. It's not just people didn't go into those fields. It's the whole connection to the of being having to go through white people your whole life. You get what I'm saying? We got to accept that there will be teachers who will fail smart kids because they don't want them to be successful adults. We got to accept that. And that's what it is. We got to accept that, there are people in certain positions that are going to give you a higher interest rate. They're going to give you a harder time to make that deal. They're not going to haggle with the price and treat you reasonably. You got to accept that the police are not your friend. We have to accept these things. Like, stop acting like this time is different, that time is different. It's not what it used to be. It's not like 1960s. It's not the 50s. It's not the 1800s. I don't care what time it is to you. It's the same mentality. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I've said this before. You can't name a day where life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness was not under attack if you were black. There's not a day in America that racism did not exist. Not one day. Not today, not yesterday, not 10 years ago, 20, 100, 200, 400. There was never one day. And tomorrow there will not be a day. So, I mean, we have to stop acting like we have to combat racism. See, we have to accept these people are this way. They hate us. They want to kill us. They want to kill our kids. They want to financially bankrupt us. They want us to work for them for our whole lives. They want us to be slaves in one way or another. So to sit here and just say, You know, the same shit that happened with Michael Brown yesterday is gonna be the same. Is the same shit that's gonna happen with Eric Garner. It's the same shit that happened to numerous police officers. It's the same. It's going to be the same media coverage. It's going to be the same conversations. It's going to go to the same black on black crime. The same kid that just got killed in Cleveland is going to be the same thing. People are going to say it's wrong, and black people, you need to stand down, and we don't need no violence, and blah blah blah. We have to accept that people will come at us violently. Yes. Will the police come at us violently? That's what they've been doing. Yes. Will criminals in and outside the community come at us violently? That's what they've been doing. Will the government and the military come at us violently? That's what they've been doing. Will cartels and drug lords target us as one of their big demographics to make billions of dollars? That's what they've been doing. Will foreigners and illegal people come sell drugs in our community, or sell illegal guns, or use their businesses as storefronts for all kinds of unruly behavior? That's what they've been doing. Like, we need to stop acting as if this is something new. Like, the next time it happens, it's different this time. It's never different. Emmett Till is no different from Michael Brown. No different. No different from Trayvon. No different from Rodney King. No different from Sean Bell. No different. And when I'm using these references, I'm using no different from Fred Hampton. No different from Martin Luther King. No difference from Malcolm X. No difference from Medgar Evers. These are all the same stories over and over and over and over and over again. Okay? So let's accept who we're dealing with. I'm not going to say what we should do after we accept who we're dealing with, but let's stop acting like if we act better for them, we'll be cool. Fuck them. If we dress a certain way, we'll be cool. No, been there, done that. If we just cooperate and come to the table as human beings, we'll be treated with respect. Been there, done that. If we, open up our hearts to God and show them the goodness of God, they'll see the error in their ways and come around. We've been there, done that. Maybe it's just time to accept how white people operate. All I'm saying.